there, I'm Kristen, and this is Kristen Plays What Remains of Edith Finch. Off, the sun's starting to set. We just unlocked the basement, and we're gonna go into the basement. I'm a little anxious. I've had a lot of coffee, so we'll see. We'll see what happened. I'm scared, just a little. Although so far this game had scary undertones, but I would not call it a horror game. It's definitely a story-based game, vaguely puzzle-oriented. You know, yesterday when I was playing, I was saying the narrator, Edith, her voice sounds really familiar, so I looked her up. And I haven't seen her in anything, but I don't know, she just has a voice that's familiar to me. There's probably another, like, voice actress that is a similar voice, perhaps.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
I did not like that sound, although it sounded like animals scurrying and not like anything sinister. Why don't I have a flashlight?
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
Is that what we're gonna go look for? I can't fucking see.
I thought maybe she was hiding presents.
What was crazy old Edie doing?
It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
What? Is this like a bunker? There's electricity and a generator. What if we don't... Oh, it's just like a secret closet with a generator? Wait. What?
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone.
This is so creepy.
She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
Okay, let's review the family tree real quick. She's talking about Walter, who's there. Okay, so we know that, as far as I'm aware, Sam's the only surviving child of Sven and Edie's children. So, Edie married Sven. No, so I guess the leaves are like the actual Finches, and the people written in are people they've married? I don't know, I'm having trouble following this family tree for some reason. Loving the story,
if there's a pattern in all these stories.
The pattern is people die and disappear in this family at an alarming rate.
I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
This? Who? Walter, okay.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years.
Now we're Walter.
On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week.
Wait. What? Does he live under here like a bunker
But after
situation?
a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today.
Peaches?
I always expected to be dead tomorrow.
So either this guy's a
If you
survivalist.
wait long enough, you get used to anything.
Because, like, this is telling us, basically, that Walter was living down.
Even a monster on the other side of a door starts to feel normal.
And
almost
his
friendly.
mother said that he went away, but he was under the house. But what is the shaking?
And then one day, everything just
This guy's voice is familiar too.
stopped.
2005? God.
Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid.
Digging the tunes.
It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years.
No food?
I'm done waiting.
What?
I have to leave. Well, I still can.
You waited 30 years to leave? Wait. No. Is there anything else to look at? Probably not. So, wait. Can't move past this. So, he's in a bunker that was moved to the basement? I'm so confused right now, and I'm scared to open this. But let's do it. Come on, Walter. He's probably like the whitest person alive after being underground for 30 years. Mole person. Also, I don't understand, how does going down
I know it's
help
out
me get
there
out?
somewhere.
Please don't say creepy stuff like that.
Whatever killed Barbara
Yeah, that's a mystery.
and Molly and Calvin.
I think somebody like pissed
Maybe
off a
this
witch back
was
in
all
the
a
day.
mistake.
So he
But I need to
barricaded
stop living the
himself
same day,
down here.
even if it kills me.
Maybe I should have looked around more. I feel like I missed something. Can I go back? Not really. I probably didn't miss anything. So I was curious about, like, you know, the fact that I hadn't received any trophies while playing, so I went and looked at the
Whatever's out there,
trophies.
I want you to know I'm ready for it.
And looking at the trophies, you know, it's funny, one of them is for taking both paths to the house, which I questioned and then didn't do. But they're for, like, little things that I'm gonna have to go back and replay to do. So that's
I'm going
shaking.
to appreciate all of it, especially the food.
Perhaps he's under, like, a rail
I don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a
Watch, he's
month,
gonna, like, die the minute he gets
or
out
a
here.
single week. I'd be happy with one new day.
I think
I
you're
can
only
already
gonna
imagine the sun
get a
on
few
my
minutes. Oh, wow. Okay, so yeah, the shaking was a train. Daily the train. But how did his bunker stuff get down
Walter died when I was 6.
here?
I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
So he was down here. Wow. This is such a fucking weird
I'm sure my
family.
mom was trying to protect me.
So wait, are we going down this creepy trap door now to get hit by a train ourselves? Like, seriously, we're gonna go down here? Okay. Come on. Down we go.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter. But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding.
Honestly.
I don't want to make the same mistakes she made. Trying to bury something that's still alive.
What is happening? I can't see.
Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe two, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself
It's like not walk on the track.
and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
No. Well, little Miss Edith, we're not going for a swim in that lake. Or ocean, it's the ocean.
I don't know if I should even be writing this.
What makes you say that? This looks like...
Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me.
Girl, we are not committing suicide here at 17. That is not what's happening. This is giving me really strong
But
Dear
I thought
Esther
you should know about your
vibes.
family.
Is she pregnant? Or have a younger sibling? I feel like we're getting
And the
to
history
the end
you're a
here.
part of.
I think she's pregnant.
Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now.
Who is she talking to? So I did not hide the fact that I almost hated Dear Esther, and the fact this ending it's reminding me of the ending where like you're going up the cliff, you know, the story's supposedly coming together. And spoiler in Dear Esther, the narrator jumps off a high height, killing himself. And
I
I'm
think
getting
people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
strong vibes for this. Can I go over here? Is there anything? There are lights. There must be something over here. Or not? Okay, well we'll just turn on the lights. Anything here to take a peek at? Nope. Nice view. I wonder what happens if you walk into the water. I'm not gonna do it, but I wonder. So while I am comparing the ending of this to Dear Esther, this game is miles better. The story is so much more
And when you
captivating.
look at the house, had that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness.
Good, she's going back to the house. I was worried for a second she was gearing up to jump into the ocean.
Any of it seems possible.
I honestly think that she's pregnant, because who is she talking to? Or like a lost sibling, maybe?
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it.
Are we done with the house? Did we really find all the secret
What
rooms?
kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
That's kind of fucked up. And I have a feeling we're going to the cemetery.
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but
What
the
kind
pet
of...
cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one.
Yeah, this is creepy as shit.
3 of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Bailey. my inquisitor. One of them, although it's spelled differently.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
I mean, this is nice but weird, like you're walking on the graves no matter where you step. Cat with wings, rocket in the moon. Oh, because he flew. Oh, and Molly. Oh, okay, I get this. Sven, he built the house. Edie. I don't really get her. She wrote a lot, I guess. Nice moon. Walter Finch. Can I crouch and look? It seems like you're supposed to look through that or something. Barbara Finch. I don't know, I just feel like I just can't step
I'm sure
anywhere.
Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
Oh. Oh. So we're not jumping, right? We're just looking.
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
Oh, right. Their ship sunk with the old house on it. And there it is. Now what? I feel like I missed something there. We're not jumping, if that's what you're thinking. Did I miss something? I feel like if I missed something, I would still be able to touch it. Can she jump? No, it stops. Thank God, I was scared. Didn't want it to end that way. Am I supposed to, like, go out there? I don't know. Let's go back and see. Maybe we go back to the house.
Edie's side
now.
was always easier
Yeah.
for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better.
So Sam is her mom's dad, the one survivor.
She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us.
So it seems like out of all of, like, okay, say someone has 3, 4, 5, 2 kids, there's only gonna be 1 survivor. And it seems like I think they're
We
totally
never found
cursed.
Mom's body, so my mom insisted we were putting up a monument, not a tombstone.
And that's not invalid.
There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself. But looking back on it now,
You. How is she gonna unfortunately die here, like, honestly? Oh?
if she told me there was going to be so much climbing,
Anything to look at? Nope.
I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Okay, so yeah. She's pregnant. This is how she dies, isn't it? So she's 17, pregnant. Doesn't really look pregnant, but pregnant. Can I climb up this? No. I mean, why can't she climb up it? Oh, there's a ladder.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
It's like a shame. This house is so beautiful, but it's like cursed as fuck.
They were both pretty intense.
Creepy. Guess he was into taxidermy? Alright, before we look at Sam's memorial area, let's look around the room and see if there is anything
Instead
else.
of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
Reckless fool. So apparently one of the trophies you can get is to look through the peepholes, and I'm guessing that you have to do that from the other side. I mean, he's really good at taxidermy, but it's a little creepy. Airline ticket. K. Finch. Who's K? Walter's daughter? Or wife? So Dawn is Edith's mother, and her brothers Gus and Gregory have died. Dawn married Sanjay and had Lewis, Milton, and Edith is the only one alive. Okay, so the leaves mean through marriage. All the written ones are blood. Got it. Finally, it makes sense to me. I'm, like, not great with family trees, because I have a pretty small family, so even if I made a family tree, it would not be that impressive. Alright. Let's see what Sam's story has to say. I guess he was in the military for quite some time. What is that, a selfie? What?
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged.
Not quite.
What?
Perfect.
Perfect!
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it?
So was this...
Please just take the damn picture.
Hey, language.
I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
Good pick.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
Fun!
You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though.
Where's Dad? Can we snap a photo of Dad? Dad being Sam.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
Where's Dad? Is there something specific I'm supposed to be photographing, though? Or can I just have a fun time? Pretty. Can I take a selfie? Or am I just supposed to use up, ooh, all the pictures?
Aw,
Aw, I got a reaction. Wow. You like burbs? I do. Like, is something horrific gonna happen? I mean, nothing horrific has happened yet, you know. Besides everyone. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Seriously, what am I supposed to be taking photos of? I know I already took this picture, but I feel like there's something here that I'm supposed to take a picture of. Is there some sort of way I'm supposed to take a selfie? Me and Pops? Something about this island that I'm missing. I think. Because the number of photos isn't changing. The number on the bottom isn't changing. Just take pics of everything. Fuck it. Got a reaction with that bird, but I'm not seeing anything else, you know? I thought for a second that was like their tent. Like, what am I supposed to be doing? All her terrible photos. Won't let me go farther than that.
Nothing quite like being outside.
Oh. Yeah. Peeing within earshot. Kinda gross, Dad. Okay, this is getting old. Come on. What am I supposed to be doing? I feel like I'm doing something with this stupid island. There's no more birds. I mean, there's some there, but she's not talking about them. Ugh! hate when shit ain't clear. Like, come on. Am I just stupid?
Oop. A little more gas in the tank, I guess.
More pee, Dad. Gross. Seems like if I like push this way, it triggers Dad talking. Somehow. Let's just see if it'll talk again. One moment. Let's just see. Oops. Oh.
Hold
Haha.
That's
How did I not notice that?
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Don. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
All of
Some
your
guy who died.
relatives?
Don, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years.
Alright, now we have a
Last
little
time I was with my brother Calvin.
change of scenery.
Man. That was a great trip. Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish, how to build a fire.
We need a rifle to go
We found an
camping?
old logging trail. There were deer everywhere. I bet if I could remember where that trail was, we'd spot a buck for you in no time.
Oh, is this a hunting trip?
Give me a minute, John. Don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph? Let's see. Maybe.
Alright, at least we're able to move forward.
Was it? Could have been.
Wonder if there's another bird.
Dad!
Good eyes, Don. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
What shot? Camera shot?
Dad, I...
Let me get behind you.
Where is it?
Do I have to do this?
Don, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive...
Oh shit. I
Great
didn't-
shot, Don!
Didn't realize. Shit, okay.
I'm proud of you, Don. Always remember that, okay?
Obviously upset. This is so weird.
Sorry, Don. Just gotta reset the timer.
she won't go up.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally
still...
normal, Don. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
What the fuck? Oh god, that's terrible. Poor Dawn.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
God. So we still have, wait, bring that up. We still have Gus, Gregory, Milton, Lewis, and Dawn to be filled in. Because she just drew Salmon even though it's not there. Did I miss Edie's? I must have, unless it's not come out yet. What the fuck, self? God damn it. That's fucking stupid on my part. It's weird, this is like the one room that doesn't seem to have like a secret exit. I don't know what she's gonna do. Cause didn't this break? She can't go down cause she's pregnant. This is gonna break, sweetie, if you walk on it. And she's not gonna. Can't walk on the glass. So there must be a way out of the room that I missed, because I might need to up the brightness, we'll see. Ah!
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
That little picture there is really creepy. So the three of them shared a room? House rules, emergency evacuation. The fuck? I guess they did say that Sam was strict. God, I'm kicking myself for missing Edie. I must have just missed it in her room.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it.
Like, at this point, you would think that maybe the Finches would stop having children.
I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Is he magic? Confusion.
That's hangover, Gregory. It's time to... Hold on, sweetie.
What bad news is she about to receive?
Hello?
That's in Mount Rainier. Are they in Washington? It seems like it.
Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
So,
I wonder what he saw.
are Sam and Kay split up?
world was like. It reminded me so much of Calvin.
Okay,
Lost in
this
his
is
imagination.
so weird.
Whatever it was he saw, it sure made him happy.
There we go. This is so weird. Oh. Okay, did I get everything? Nope, I need to get on top of him and bounce back up where that text was. No, Mr. Frog, come on.
I know how silly it sounds. But I worried about a baby being too happy. But I could feel him slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could. Maybe
What?
if I hadn't called that night.
What?
Damn it. Hold on, I
What's
don't
gonna
want to
happen?
forget this.
I don't like this. Oh god. He's gonna drown.
I wish he could have told us
Have to do it.
about the world he saw.
God, that's fucking tragic. Like, this game, honestly, it's just very tragic.
There's so much I don't understand about Gregory. About everything. But I know what happened wasn't your fault. I'm sure he's happy. And he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
That's pretty dark. I wonder if there's any way I could go back to Edie's room before it's done. I mean, I'm definitely gonna replay this for the trophies anyway.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard.
Supposed to be
My
doing
father
this,
made
right?
him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart.
How is this gonna end in tragedy?
I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom, were the words that I
now
remember.
pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
thought maybe I could attack the bride.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger.
What a brat. I love it.
The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
Man, the poetry!
Rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made. The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder."
So something tells me little boy's gonna die in the storm. Yep. Jesus. Like honestly,
I wish
like
that
I
could
said,
truly say I thought about you on that day.
this family
Out
like
there on the beach alone.
should stop
Just
having
you,
kids.
the wind, the sea and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
All kinds of fucked up.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
I feel so bad I didn't get Edie. She's such an important part of the family and the story. Like, God, I feel like such an ass. Alright, where's my secret exit? Here we go. It's not that secret, unless window? Oh.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died.
She should not be climbing this when she's super pregnant.
At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
Seems awfully inconvenient if you have to pee as much as I do, but probably she did not.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
It's her. Bed. Alright.
Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died.
Is that it? I find it hard to believe that's it. Okay, here we go.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Louis was born a year later. When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back.
Well, it was Dawn's garden, her mama.
And to see
My
kids in the house again.
Garden.
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that.
I feel like I'm like literally gonna like start this over when I
And for a
finish.
while, things were good. Almost normal.
Get them trophies. Like Because this is so linear, there's literally no way that I can get Edie now. And God, I just feel terrible because she's such an important part of this goddamn story. I just can't believe I missed her letter. Or whatever.
But it didn't last.
Oh.
Beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle. After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
I also missed, like, all of the peepholes. So, like, I definitely need to replay this. And it's such a good game that I'm totally willing to do that, like, immediately. Depending on what time I finish, I think I'm gonna try and finish this game in the stream. I have a few chores to do, but if I have time before I have to go pick my girlfriend up from work, I might start Town of Light. Now, I'm going to play that completely before I play Telltale's Batman. I want to save that for last, because I don't know. I just want to. Milton was a really good painter. I don't know how young he was. I think he was pretty young when he died, but he was talented.
I think Edie was happy to finally have another painter in the family.
No, I think it just works the other way. Oh shit. How crafty. This is literally like the coolest house.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
And those are hard to do. I've tried to make one before. They're really difficult. This book doesn't seem like it's long enough to fit all this. He truly did disappear, didn't he?
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
Gonna let me go back to get Edie? I mean, I feel like it's probably a safe bet that Milton is dead, but technically, he's missing.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors. Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
Now where? 'Cause this is a pretty linear... Like, why? Literally, why?
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Louis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room, until Mom got him a job at the cannery. Everyone always told me to stay out of Louis's room, except Louis.
Legalize marijuana. Same. These seats are cute as fuck. I want them. Swing seats outside your window. What could be better? Oh my god, he has a hookah.
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
What? Probably weed, incense, and pot? I mean, weed and pot are the same thing, but he probably doubly smelled like pot than anything else. He liked games.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery.
So, when they say substance
But he withdrew
abuse,
past himself.
do they mean hard drugs,
In
or
our
are they
sessions, I
referring
saw the same behavior.
to weed? Because weed can be abused,
mind
but it's
began
not
to-
addictive. Oh.
Wander.
I can see what's gonna happen. We're gonna lose our fucking hand, aren't we? Oh, this is testing my fucking abilities.
I asked him to describe it. He said he started small. Imagining a labyrinth.
Yeah, just a tiny labyrinth. No biggie.
He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads.
Ooh, a dragon.
And things that have not names.
God, I can just
He knew
tell.
it was all in his head.
He's getting his hand chopped. Uh-oh, I found a dead end.
But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself.
Why do I feel like the red means we're getting our hand cut off?
But he found something more. I worried
Minecraft?
about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on.
So what's gonna happen to him?
I even encouraged him.
That seems irresponsible.
It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend.
I mean, obviously his hand's getting chopped. It's just a matter of when.
On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians. songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery.
Is he gonna lose his hand? Because it's obviously imminent.
But his chopping was as reliable as ever.
Where am I? See, there he is.
Then one day it struck him.
That he could chop off his hand and never have to work here again.
Even the stones under his feet were all in his imagination.
Yeah. Everyone else has been knowing
so
that.
So he could do whatever he wished.
Meaning?
He held an election for mayor. And he won. They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him.
I've noticed the screen's just getting more and more covered with his imagination, and pretty
He'd
soon...
conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville. St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery.
What? Dude.
Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Louis kept sailing on.
That's not good. Really not good. God, why is his family so fucked up?
In Louisburg, he heard rumors of a...
Ooh. Let's make Louis gay. Beautiful prince.
Beautiful prince. The prince was on his own quest for...
gay rainbows.
Radiant rainbows.
Beautiful.
He followed the sound of his...
electric sitar. Notice we're picking all the left options.
Electric sitar.
Just the way it's going. Purely coincidental.
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound.
God, so here we go. Just a matter of time before we chop off that hand, eh?
He knew the world was all in his imagination.
Boy should design
but he was so proud of having created
games.
it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king. For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace.
God, poor guy. I mean, if
My
this was my
imagination
job, I
is as
would,
real as my body, he
you
told
know,
me.
prefer this too. But I can
It was
see
hard
how
to
him
argue with him.
being delusional is not good for his mental health. I think I found his locker. I want some Chinese food.
He began to forget the world we know.
God, this place is disgusting.
I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker.
I mean, if you worked here, wouldn't you hate your life too? Like, Jesus.
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
Oh no. He's not even... Lewis. Who am I even right now?
I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions.
I don't like how they're all faceless. It's creepy. I don't like it. I don't care how cheerful this seems.
Including the wise Calico who insisted on advising him.
Like a cat?
His prince waited, holding his crown.
I'm just
There was
waiting
only one
for this
thing
to
left to
go,
do.
like, extremely south. This much delusion is really not good for anybody.
Then
It's
down
like a-
his head.
He's getting executed. Is he gonna cut off his own head at the cannery? No, I don't like this. This is obviously a guillotine. Like, look at it. God, I'm not stupid, but Lewis is.
And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
Obviously the letter she wrote was a lot
My
longer
brother
than
was really cool.
a single piece
I wish you
of
could
paper.
have met him.
I wonder if I can finish the game even though I didn't get Edie. Can I go back inside the house?
Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
Well, that's kind of telling, is it not? So, I got a question. It's cool that they have their mother's last name, and maybe they took it after their father died. I mean, traditionally,
he was so proud of being Indian. I think for him, it was a way to be something other than just a Finch.
yeah, like they're like the Finches, but also it's their dad's last name, and why did they take their mother's? I'm just curious. Like, tradition, I don't really care either way. I'm just curious.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing.
I really want to go back to Edie's room. Oh my God.
She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie.
That's fucked up.
I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed.
So I guess Edie
I
has
understand why we
died.
left.
Her mom died. I swear I got Edie's thing though. I'm so upset. So is this like where they lived in the house? Or Dawn
My mom
lived?
ended up leaving everything behind.
She was a writer. I think those exact prey hands are on clip art.
What happened that night had been coming for a long time.
What? God.
Maybe it should have come sooner.
Edith. Must have been Edith's room. Up here.
But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night. That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
Awkward. Where's my present?
the
This
power
hall?
had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance.
Can I go get Edith's note
Or
now?
that Edie had a key to it.
Get in there, go on. That does not seem like a good place for a candle.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning, okay?
The houses. The fooled of people, Odin, the night you were born. A lot of these look like Scandinavian, like Norwegian words or something. Maybe I didn't miss Edie's thing. Shit, maybe I was wrong the whole time.
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground.
Oh, we can go out
an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way.
I'm just gonna keep going straight. God, this idiot. She's gonna get lost. I mean, she didn't die the night that Edith was born.
Turned around.
I literally just went straight. How dare you?
I started seeing things.
You ever think maybe that was there? You are, you know, on the edge of some woods and stuff.
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed.
You know, I think I like Edie so much because, like, her accent is very similar. Also, like, her eccentricity, I guess you could say, is really similar to my own grandmother, who was Danish. She was born in Denmark.
But when I saw them, they felt like old friends.
You know, she passed away when I was about 6 or 7 or so, you know, quite some time ago, but hate to admit it, but like 20 years ago.
That night, a lot of things came back to me.
Oh, we found the house! Toilet? Clock? I hear the buoy.
Or maybe I came back to them.
That sounds likely. That would definitely be rusted shut, but okay, we'll suspend that
Things
disbelief.
I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go!
Honestly, Dawn, knock it off.
I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car.
Like, why couldn't she have the journal?
I never saw Great-Grandma Edie again.
Aww.
The next morning, the band came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by.
Ooh, neat.
My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot.
Oh no.
The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive.
She's so young.
Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief this is.
And
this journal was supposed to be for you.
Her baby?
But now I hope you'll never see it.
What? Why?
I just want to meet you.
Is she
tell
gonna
you all these stories myself.
Oh.
But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way.
Please don't tell me we're gonna be birthed. A little weird.
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
So we never get an explanation about why the arm is fucked up. Oh, so... was it the little kid all along who's taking care of him? What happened to his arm? I have questions! So Edie never got drawn in. Is that purposeful, or did I actually miss it? Wow, what a good game! Applause. Honestly. Oh, do they have like childhood pictures of all the cast and like crew and stuff? Oh, that's kind of adorable. Alright, thank you guys so much for joining me in this awesome game. I knew it would be a little short because it was on the cheaper side and, you know... Oh, trophy earned, everything ends. Awesome. You know, how much a game costs kind of also can help you, you know, understand how long it's gonna be. Cheaper it is, the shorter it probably is. So this game was about, I don't know, 4 hours max. Like, I probably spent about 3 playing it. But thank you so much for joining. Beautiful game. Great acting, great story. Captivated the entire time. Loved it. I'm gonna see what other games the studio's made. Check those out, see what's up. Thanks so much for watching. If you like this game and my channel, please consider liking, subscribing. I'd love to hear from you guys. Please leave a comment. Remember to follow me on Twitter at KristenPlays to stay up on what I'm doing. I may stream later again today. It depends on how long it takes me to do some chores. I'm gonna let the credits roll, but I'll see you guys later on the channel. Nope, trophy earned. Thanks, Johan.